Saturday Foursome is brought to you by Instead of Flowers provides delicious gourmet meals that are delivered fresh and never frozen. If you're looking for what to give someone, Instead of Flowers makes the perfect gift for any and every occasion. Everybody has a story. Mine started 20 years ago in the golf mecca of the world, Augusta, Georgia. On my journey to make it back home, I've done everything it takes to get there. On Saturdays, I connect with all kinds of people from all walks of life. We laugh, talk trash, share stories, and learn from each other's journeys. On the road to chase my dreams, this is what golf really looks like. This is golf like you've never seen it before. This is Saturday Foursome. Today I got to play with some legends, and I mean legends. Fred Taylor, in my eyes, future Hall of Famer and Jaguar high stepper. Reidel Anthony, Tampa Bay Buck turned single-digit handicap golfer. Duane Starks, Mr. Put a Ring on It, Super Bowl champion with the Ravens. And Mr. Get Your Roll On himself, Mr. Daunte Culpepper. Fellas, welcome, Deer Bay Yacht and Country Club. How y'all feeling?
Man, we all
good,
great,
bro.
Good.
I love that. Anybody have any predictions for the day? You know how the day may go?
It'll be fun. That's it.
It'll be fun.
That's all
It'll be fun today.
We got Two-Putt Pep here. You know what I'm saying? Your arch rival at times, Fred.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah. We got to, break the monotony, man. Golf can tighten you up a little bit. That's what we do. We do to make it fun.
For sure. And I heard about Duane. I heard he don't miss a fairway. That's what I heard.
He don't.
Hey, they say that's the beginning of the game. Just get in play. Get in play, stay in play. You got a chance to make a better shot the next round.
You see how he do it, right?
Take one.
He's gonna be on TV, so he got to bring a Super Bowl ring.
Oh.
That's what the Super Bowl champs usually do.
When you out here, one of the best quarterbacks that played the game, a great receiver that played the game, and a future Hall of Famer, you got to bring something to brag about.
You got to. Got to do it.
You got to bring something. Because no matter how the golf game go today, I'm going to say I'm the only one that got a ring.
That's deep.
Can't complain about
Checkmate. He pulled
Checkmate, right?
Checkmate right there.
Yeah.
So what we going to do as far as teams? What y'all thinking? We play Wolf, we play teams. What y'all thinking? What y'all feeling?
I think a little Wolf would be good.
Little Wolf?
Yeah.
A little Wolf would be good with a shamble to it.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do to keep it going. We'll do Wolf. One person hits first. Every time the first person hits, they get to choose who they want to be their partner. Or, if they feeling right, they could always go lone wolf. So we can mix it up a little bit.
How about it just us two versus them? Can we do that?
Oh.
Huh?
That sounds even better.
Let's start out with the shamble. Let's start out with the wolf.
We'll start smooth. Okay,
let's start out with the wolf. I don't know how everybody's game gonna be today, so we'll see on this first hole.
I like that. Well, let's go ahead and do it. I'll lead the way.
You got
All
it.
right, let's go.
Opportunity won't always come to you, but with Synovus as your bank, you can always go towards it. Synovus, get there.
Saturday Foursome is brought to you by Instead of Flowers provides delicious gourmet meals that are delivered fresh and never frozen. If you're looking for what to give someone, Instead of Flowers makes the perfect gift for any and every occasion. The AC Hotel Miami-Dade Land is now open in Miami's renowned shopping district. They offer over 170 rooms with a distinctive European twist. This is my favorite place to stay when I'm down in Miami.
Golf gave me anxiety, man.
Really?
I was trying to get so good, trying to get so good. And I remember you get that itch and you just go.
Right.
And but I was hard-headed. I didn't take lessons. I was watching YouTube. It's kind of like
man,
using
that's
Google,
a black hole,
like
man.
a Google doctor.
Right.
You feel like I got these symptoms. You go on Google, you see a million symptoms, then you start losing your mind. That was golf.
That's what you in golf.
So I had to back up because you're on the course, you're drinking, you have a good time.
Right.
In this Florida heat, and then tiring, not hydrating. Then I started just developing partial anxiety from it. Then I had to step back and say, hey, you'll never play on tour.
Just enjoy
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Just
Yeah,
enjoy it.
just enjoy
Just
yourself.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hit bad shots.
Yeah.
I want to hit better.
Right. Of
naturally.
course.
But you know, it's part of it. So yeah.
But I tell people all the time, like, don't go on YouTube, look at a million things, because you can't think about a million things while you swing a golf club.
Right.
One, maybe two things.
Right.
Like, that's
right.
it.
Right.
That's it. Maybe two things.
Like me right now, belt buckle, so I can turn.
Yep.
My shoe
Get on
strap.
that right too. Yeah.
That's
That's
what I think
perfect.
about, man.
So
Appreciate that.
tell me about the pivot a little bit, man. Tell me about how all that came about.
That's our baby, man. Me, Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, myself, Channing Crowder, Ryan, it's no ego. Like,
Right.
we don't care who gets the credit, you know, but we have to talk about it. Channing and I, we did a podcast before, and I don't even really like to say the name at this point, but
Gotcha.
you know, that's where it started during the pandemic. And we have some radio background, in our background. Channing does radio here locally in Miami. I do it for the Jaguars during the season, post-game, pre-game, some in-bowl, in-stadium stuff. And so that's where the experience comes from. I never thought I would be doing a podcast. I'm probably the most shyest person.
Wow.
That's just part of my personality, and also probably part of why the NFL didn't look at me as, you know, a marketable entity, because I'm just not loud like a lot of these.
Right.
You know, sometimes they say don't do that, but they love it at the same time. So,
Yeah,
but with the pivot, man, just sitting at home during the pandemic, got tired of being at home. Someone suggested let's start a podcast. We did it. That didn't necessarily go the way we all had envisioned.
Sure.
Due to some business disagreements, and Channing and I, we said we got to pivot. So we sat down. What are we gonna name it? What are we gonna name it? Ready? Always thinking. Let's call it the pivot. And that's the only credit I'll take in the whole situation.
Gotcha.
Because the entire team is amazing. Like I said, Ryan, Mr. ESPN, face
For
of
sure.
ESPN, from Get Up to First Take, First Things First, DC, RC, RCDC, their MMA show. He works so hard. I love him to death, man. And it's just us and our producer, Alicia Zubikowski. She comes from NFL Films. That's her background. She's has dozens of Emmys. So it's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah.
So we all have split ownership in
Love
the
that.
podcast. And just continue to go forward, man. We've been hustling, grinding since December 23rd is when we shot our first show in New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
One
awesome.
of my best friends, Plexico Burrs, was our very first guest, but his show was so organic, we held on to it.
Yeah.
And we just
Gotcha.
dropped Plex like a month or two ago.
Wow.
But
I got you.
such an amazing show. We just held it. And but now we're just grinding, man. Just grinding, trying to figure it out.
Right.
Got some stuff coming up here shortly. That's big. Got a lot of offers coming up. But it's still the pivot. We
Yeah.
still gonna grind regardless of that stuff.
Right.
You know, we still gotta grind, get these stories and these messages
I
out.
love that. My favorite thing about the show is just like how relaxed everybody is on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's just a relax, and that creates the best conversation,
Right.
as you know.
Right.
You know?
That's what it's all about. You know, we try to first of all be respectful of the guests, their time, and the opportunity that they're blessing us with. We could talk sports all day.
Right.
You know, Ryan does it all the time with where his first job, his bread and butter, ESPN. But we said, you know what, in this congested space, let's just find a different niche, you know, and the guests trust us because it's a safe space. It just says relaxing.
Right.
They come in, everybody, homies, homeboys, homegirls, our female guests. It's like a locker room vibe, and we just chop it up, right? Have a few drinks and just relax and chop it up, show some vulnerability, a lot of transparency, truth, unscripted. We do our research and we study, but it's unscripted.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we don't want to be that boxed in, keep it natural and
Right.
organic, and for sure evergreen. But it's amazing just to be a part of it, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
No, it's a great show.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love watching.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, we got a beautiful hole up ahead. 2-putt pimp is trending toward 3-putt pimp.
2.8 pimp.
2.8 pimp, yeah.
2.8.
We're gonna have to keep him honest today.
We will. Yeah, he'll get like LT. LT, Lawrence Taylor, if you're watching. I hear LT shake a leg sometime.
Uh-oh.
Just drop a ball anywhere.
I got you. I got you. See, we go keep LT honest too.
Come on. Right on it. Get in the hole. Come on. Hey, that's how you do it. Good shot. Good shot.
Phil, I gotta ask you about this story I heard. You gotta tell me if there's any truth to it. So, I'm watching you play when I was younger, and when you used to celebrate, you always used to do this right here. Now, I just thought you were getting your roll on, I thought that was a celebration. But I heard a story where you were playing in a high school game, you go up for a layup, and they call a travel, and that's why you did. Is there any truth to that?
No, that was fabricated. We did a little it was fake news.
Fake news.
We did a little it was like a little commercial or whatever for ESPN with Mary Tyler Moore and all them from Minnesota, and they made that little story up.
Oh, okay, okay.
They made that up.
Wow.
Talking about I was getting back at the referee from calling
Yeah.
that travel. Nah.
I was like, man, you were getting back at him for a long time, man.
Getting back at the ref that called him down at the 1-inch line of the state championship game that last play of the game.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
Who you gonna get a ball to? Your best player, right?
You have to.
Just having he the quarterback. He had 2nd and 1, and my own boy did not get in. So disappointed.
What? The clock
we
run
kicked
out?
it. No, we kicked the field goal.
They tried to kick a field goal and
Missed
missed
it.
it.
Oh.
Come on, sexy 8 now.
But I don't know how 8 couldn't get in.
Yeah, I think he didn't get in because he already decided not to go to UF. We would love to have Pep at UF, man. That's a whole nother story. It has nothing to do with today.
But y'all missed the field goal.
We missed the field
From
goal.
the 1 foot, they lined up for a field goal from the 1 foot line.
That's just as worse as the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah, with Marshawn.
The only regrets I have from back then is I was just talking about Florida, right? My roommate, my childhood best friend, did everything together coming up, right? End up at University of Florida. And my lazy self, probably one of the best athletes on the team too, including Reed. They used to go play golf all the time. Guess what I would do? Take a nap.
Yeah. Needed that rest.
Take a nap. I didn't need the rest.
He didn't need the
I
rest.
just didn't like golf. I didn't like, I'm like, I ain't going, it's boring, it's this, it's that. Little do I know, well, I know a lot more now that I wish I wouldn't have been taking so many naps. I should have been playing.
My first golf
It was
lesson.
free too, like they would let all the players play.
My first golf lesson when I was about 10 years old, man. I was playing Little League football for Tacosi Belafonte Center.
Come
We ended up going out to Miami-Dade. Wasn't even a golf course, it was just a field. For a gathering with all the players so we could get to know each other, and they had us all lined up hitting balls, and and I think that was my first lesson, man. I think that turned me on after that. Then I started doing the charity events, and that really turned me on, yeah. Until now, it's like every day, because this is the only sport I think that challenges an athlete mentally, competitively, and because you're playing against an opponent, you're playing against yourself, and you're playing to get better every time. So this is something that keeps you interested and keep your mind somewhat focused.
And
on.
it's something you can't perfect either.
Yeah,
No
you
matter
can't.
how much you practice,
Exactly.
you cannot perfect.
Every step of the way that's going in your mind and all the little routine you have to use, you got to do it every time.
Every
You got
time.
to stay consistent.
Every
Golf
time.
is amazing.
I
Yeah.
always say, give me a linebacker. Running into or from a linebacker is a lot easier than golf. 100%. I promise you it is. Linebacker 250 plus, big, not as fast, slow. He want to knock you out. They don't always think all the time.
Gotcha.
They ain't touching me though.
Come on.
Nah, they ain't touching me.
Come on.
Like I can't touch that damn golf
I would
ball.
say it's less hazardous though.
Say again?
I would say it's less hazardous.
Golf? Oh yeah, golf for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Running
But
into guys
you know, like anything else, time, repetition.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get better. That's part of it. We was talking earlier about when it gave me anxiety, cause trying to get better than this dude and Big V and them, excuse me. And for the Tuesday group, I try to go out there and play, while out there playing and drinking and playing and hot, dehydrated. You know, started getting anxiety, like real life anxiety, and that wasn't good for my health, right? So I had to back up and tell myself, man, I know Reidel would tell me, yo, you ain't never going to the tour, so take it easy out there. Stop trying to stay
yourself.
home. Yeah,
enjoy
he
yourself.
tell me that.
Most definitely.
100%.
So he's
So,
telling me he practices too much.
yeah, because that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, it's always practice. If you ain't getting paid for it, it's practice. Even when you playing, it's practice.
It's practice.
You know what I'm saying?
You said something that was very important, man, about mental health, you know, your mental health. A lot of guys got to realize that mental health is important. You know, I work with the Trust, which is powered by the NFLPA, and we see it all the time. Guys come in with anxiety, depression, you know, just trying to get their life back and mental issues. So we have a lot of different benefits for that, man. But we see it all the time. That's so important that you handled that and you know and talk to other guys about it, man.
I
That's
still have my moments. I don't always talk about them, but it's part of life.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of easy trigger can be out here if I do it the wrong way, doing it the
Take
right
it too
way.
serious.
Just
Yeah.
enjoying it. You
Yeah.
know, like we're enjoying this round right here, man. You know, and shout out to PXG, really, man. I promise you. I don't know if it's gonna make me better, but I gotta get out there with a coach like you to
That's one
try.
less excuse you can
What?
use now when you got
That's true.
these here, boy.
Yeah.
Can't blame it on the club.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
they're
use the
beautiful.
excuse, oh, my equipment
They are
bad. You know these
definitely-
clubs old.
Hey,
I
Yeah.
can't use that one no more.
I haven't missed the fairway yet.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't missed the fairway yet.
Right,
so.
right. But no, definitely shout out to them, man.
I definitely need these
I've been
sticks,
waiting on some
'cause
PXGs for a
When I
minute.
first started playing, like you said, back at Florida, I would go out with Robert Floyd, Raymond Floyd's son.
Mhm.
So I would go out there with him. It just happened I went home one after my freshman year, and my dad some old clubs. So long story short, I go out there with Rob, I get back to school for summer B, I'm like, yep, got my own clubs, I ain't gotta play yours. First swing with the old clubs, I went to take it back in the head of the driver.
Went
You
that
know,
way.
you of course, it went and hit the window for the like restaurant.
Right.
Cause it's right behind the first tee, literally like the edge. I took it back and the head just came off and flew.
Wow. You like, man, what's going on?
I just walked away. I just walked away.
Well, let's keep it going, fellas. I think I'm up first on the Wolf game, and we'll see.
I lost like 4 holes in a row.
Wait a minute now. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah, that head coming up every time. You want to see where it's going?
Where he should be playing at.
Be careful going here like cussing.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus. Get there.
Saturday Foursome is brought to you by Save money on credit card processing with PayHawk, the payment industry's most customer-centric company. Let's go PayHawk.
Can't help but notice the bling on your ring finger, man. You know.
Yeah, we got it there, man. Got to take pride in that.
Yeah.
You know, we accomplished a lot with Baltimore Ravens, so it's hard to get to the Super Bowl. So when you make it, you gotta actually front it.
For sure, man. You know, I'm at a point in my life where, you know, I'm trying to take everything that I'm doing to the next level. And, you know, I know that requires a lot of, you know, patience, discipline,
Yes,
focus.
sir.
And you've exceeded on the highest stage and the highest level. You know, what's your secret to success? You know, what helped you along your
I
path?
think the key for that is staying focused and having a purpose, man. You know, everyone has that chip on their shoulder, and you got to find out what that chip is. For me, I was a small guy, so I had to prove that I was tougher than other guys. I was faster than other guys, and I think that drive really pushed me to succeed at what I was doing.
Love that,
Yeah.
love that, man. It's crazy, you know. A lot of people try to put you in the box, and it's like it's on you to get out of that box, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. When I was drafted, you know, I went to the University of Miami, and before I was drafted, there's a story where Ozzie Newsome, they went to Ozzie, say, "Hey, Ozzie, you got to check out this kid at the University of Miami." Ozzie asked, "Well, how big is he?" He's about 5'10", 170. Ozzie said, "No way. There's no way I'm drafting."
You're like, I'm out. Yeah.
5'10", 170. And, you know, he said, "Nah, you got to go see him." So he came down to see me and sent Marvin Lewis, who was the defensive coordinator down at the time, and then he just made it all happen. When he saw what I can do and saw the film, he just said, "Yeah, that's my guy."
Man, that's amazing.
10th pick overall, I can't be mad
Come on,
at
you
that.
can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that.
That's the work you put in, though, man.
Right.
Playing against the best talent here in Florida, and you know, guys like Jamie German, Yatil Green, having those guys, and then Michael Irvin, all those guys coming back to the University of Miami and working out in the off season. That really played a big part in my success as well.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. To have that support, you know, the guys want to see you succeed, and that means a lot, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. But hey, man, you know, we on different teams on this whole, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have the chip on my shoulder that I can pull it off here on y'all.
Yeah, you know, I got a great friend over there, Reidel Anthony, although he's a Florida Gator. We on teams today.
Yeah, you're on teams today. Yeah, let him
really
pass.
great shot. I hit the green, he hit it closer.
Yeah,
and,
he in there tight.
You know, you're gonna have to work, baby.
I know, you've been telling me that all day, I see.
You're gonna have to work. Like I say, you're gonna walk over, but you're gonna limp back.
Love that.
Wow, what a day. I spent the day on the golf course with some straight legends. I learned a ton about the NFL and enjoyed all the stories and laughs. You can't beat a day with great people in one of the best cities in the world, Miami, Florida. We'll see y'all soon on Saturday Foursome. Deering Bay Yacht and Country Club. This Arnold Palmer signature design is one of the most exceptional and world-class private clubs in South Florida.